make it juicy, juicy. Scene from a movie, let's make it juicy, let's make it juicy. Like a scene from a movie, let's make it juicy, let's make it juicy, juicy. From a movie, let's make it juicy, let's make it juicy.
Man, that is so juicy.
Wow, incredibly juicy.
That is so juicy.
Wow, incredibly juicy.
First,
Gaming Morning Show.
the sounds of morning.
Early in the morning,
Birds singing.
gotta feed the donkey.
The sun peeking above the
When you
horizon.
feed the donkey,
The gentle nudge from your morning alarm clock.
this is what he says.
A subtle reminder that today is a new day. A new day for you to watch Gaming Morning Show. The show where you'll find science lessons.
Says when I bake bread, I give thousands of yeast organisms false hope by feeding them sugar before ruthlessly cooking them to death in an oven and eating their corpses. Wow.
I thought you
think
were
about bread a whole new way.
I thought you were about to say orgasms for a second there. Did either of you ever have that happen when you were in like biology class and you're reading the
Have an
text?
orgasm? I've never orgasmed during
The biology text doesn't do that for you? It's like, oh yeah.
Great deals.
computers and accessories
Wait,
special bundle.
Mike, they got the super chroma color in. Did you know they had that? You
I know.
overpaid for your computer.
By a lot. I wonder if, do you think they price match?
They might. Well, this is half off.
Can you take a screenshot of this and try to get a store price match?
And linguistic perfection.
Is that like when I roll my R's?
Good.
Romance.
Great.
Romance. See,
Romance.
it's not a hiss.
So let me hear your battle cry.
Kiki, ho!
Kiki what?
As we all charge into Gaming Morning Show.
More like Kiki, whoa, am I right?
Now, if only I could find a way out of this box. I'll catch up. 'Cause GMS starts right now.
Morning, gamer! Gaming Morning Show is with you on Monday, May 17th, 2021. Thanks for being here wherever you may be. Whether that's Facebook Gaming, could be Twitch, could be YouTube, could be GamingMorningShow.tv. wherever that may be, thank you for taking the time. For us, we are excited to hang out with you for a total of 3 hours today. That'll be on said platforms. You can also find us streaming on Twitter, which is super exciting. We always like doing that as well. It could be a lot of fun. I am Ryan. Sean will be along with us shortly. Mike is on vacation. Man, we got a whole bunch of moving parts to the show. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. I don't even know what to do. What's going on, Chad? It is good to see all you fine folks hanging out with us, especially those on Twitch chat this morning. Kate Zaid is here this morning. Ruggs is hanging out with us as well. Bombla Cops was here earlier, has to report back to work, but it is good to see you as well. Former guest of the show, in fact, I do believe. Lots of fun today. We're going to have a giveaway, which we have to get ready to go. That is for the soundtrack to the upcoming video game that's going to be released on Wednesday, Aerial Knights Never Yield. And that's pretty exciting because this has been a long time in the making. This game's creation predates, obviously, Gaming Morning Show, but we had Daniel Wilkins, who makes the music for this game, on our show quite a while ago. I think it was a November interview where we did that. And the music is just so good. We had so much fun talking to Daniel about the way that the music was created. So that was pretty exciting. And we have now Exclamation Point Raffle. If you do Exclamation Point Raffle, we will put you into an entry for winning the soundtrack to this game. Now, that's a pre-order status right now, okay? So if you put in your name, you hit Exclamation Point Raffle, it's not like I can get you the soundtrack today. I want to. I would, but I can't. It's a pre-order from Bandcamp. But we will give it away at the end of the show. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you do get double entries into our giveaway. So it should be a lot of fun. And then stick around at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time. Today we'll actually talk to the artist, creator, developer of Aerial Knights Never Yield. It's coming out on Wednesday. It's a really cool Tokyo-style, based in Detroit runner. And the music combined with the animation, it's very purple, and I think that there's a part of me that's part of the reason why I think I love it so much. Neil Jones is the creator of it. Will join us at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time today, and Neil has specifically said in past interviews, apparently purple is his grandma's favorite color, and that's why the game has kind of this purple hue to it, which is pretty exciting. It's described as a Tokyo-style Detroit in the 3D runner that tells the story of Wally, who has uncovered the evidence that can change his city forever. Explore a game world with a dope-tastic soundtrack featuring the authentic sounds of a Detroit artist. And that's my point, is like the soundtrack for this game is so good. It's so good, chat. You have to check it out. We will link to our YouTube page, and you can go to YouTube, find our interview with Daniel Wilkins. It's also retweeted several times on our Twitter feed. You can find us at WatchGMS, and we also have a link to Neil's profile as well. That is at Ariel_Knight. So that's what we have coming up on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. That should be pretty exciting. What else do we got going on? We got Gaming Morning Show This Day in Gaming History coming up later in the hour. We have birthdays to celebrate today. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know in the chat. We want you to tell us that we should wish somebody a happy birthday, because that is always important. We like wishing people happy birthday. Let us know in the chat. We got sub-anniversaries to celebrate during the break, so that should be pretty exciting. A whole bunch of good things coming up on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. I also have exclusive highlights of my experience yesterday in the Duos tournament for Kiki Low. If you don't know Kiki, hosting the Kiki Cup coming up on July 31st. GMS is a proud sponsor of the Kiki Cup. You can check it out at thekikicup.com. Should be pretty exciting. And the game yesterday, they were something. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Mistakes were made. Didn't do things as well as I wish I could have. But, we had fun, and that's what matters. Kate Zaid was there. Good morning. Good morning to you, little Snuffkin. It's good to see you this morning as well. Hey, ya sis-in-law. Wait a second. Is your sister-in-law in the chat? What is happening? What? Whoa. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, good morning, sister-in-law. It's nice to see you as well. Yeah, let's see. I can show you these exclusive highlights, and then we will bring Sean into the show, which should be a lot of fun. How about that one? Is this the one I'm looking for? Let's see. Let me click that, and go here and click that, and check and see if this is the thing. Life is strange indeed. Snuff is my sister's husband. What? Well, then you know what that means, chat. That means that there are two pair of in-laws on the show. When Sean gets here, Sean's my brother-in-law. And then if Ruggs is your sister, what is look at all the in-law-ness that we have here this morning. Good morning, Neil. Aerial Knight's in the chat. That is going to be our guest coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time today. Creator, artist, and developer of Aerial Knight's Never Yield, coming up in about an hour from now. All right, exclusive. This is something that has not been seen yesterday during Kiki Lowe's stream. Nobody knows that it exists until right now. This is exclusive footage of the highlights from me paired up with Gumbo 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 in yesterday's Apex Legends Duo Tournament. So there you have it. That was the exclusive look at my highlights of yesterday's duos tournament, Apex Legends. Did you see it, chat? See how good I played? K-Laugh is here this morning. Already answered the Raffle. Thank you very much, K-Laugh. It's important to have goals in life, and that was one thing that I did. All right, let's do this. We think we have Sean ready to go. Let's welcome in our good friend Sean. Sports Gaming is here this morning. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning. Don't touch
Anything.
No one breathe. No one move. We don't want to upset the audio gods.
Nobody look at anything. Don't breathe.
Don't act suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Can you tilt up your camera at all?
I
That's a
know.
pretty big ass, didn't you? Didn't you?
I don't know.
Yikes. AJ Storm is here. Good moron to you, AJ. It is good to see you on Gaming Morning Show.
Top of the moron.
And Load Last Checkpoint is checked in as well. In case you missed it, Exclamation Point Raffle will get you into the raffle to give away the soundtrack to Aerial Knight's Never Yield. It's the video game coming out on Wednesday. Our interview with Neil Jones will come up in about an hour from now. We'll talk about what's behind the game, the premise of the game, and the experience for Neil as a game developer getting ready to launch this game and how that's a reflection of what this game means. Yeah, it's a pretty fun story, and we're going to link to things. This is the thing about this show, chat, and you know this. Most of our interviews last about 5 minutes, right? It's not by any means comprehensive. It's more of a goal to introduce you to cool people doing cool things. Neil is definitely in that category, and the story is going to be beyond what we can cover in 5 minutes. We are going to link the hell out of Neil's Twitter feed because there's some really well done. Nintendo's Power, I want to say NintendoPower.com had an article. I listened to a podcast that Neil was on very recently that tells a story at length. We'll just be able to have a small snippet of it, but it's a really cool game, really cool experience, and we can't wait to share that with you. In the news, who was the big winner yesterday at the MTV Movie and TV Awards, which still exist? We'll let you know. Also, what if I told you there's being a movie being shot in space? Yeah, that's coming up. It's being done by Russia. It's National Pack Rat Day, National Cherry Cobbler Day, National Graduation Tassel Day, National Walnut Day, National Idaho Day. Load Last Checkpoint, it's National Idaho Day. Work from Home Day, which I'm sure was different than it's been now during the course of a pandemic. I'm sure that was a different type of day prior to now. International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. Pinot Grigio Day. Neurofibromatosis Awareness Day. It wasn't bad. I'd give me an 8 out of 10 on that one. World Telecommunications Day, World Hypertension Day, and Heritage Breeds Week.
Man, is this the most we've had in one day?
It's been a while. I haven't had to do the days of the day in a while with Mike on vacation. Maybe Mike's been editing them more than possible. I have no clue, but we'll see. AJ, you beautiful beam supreme of sunshine is what Snuffkin says to AJ, which is awesome. Highlight, more like high dark, says Ruggs. I don't know what that is. Oh, from the Apex Legends highlight? Yeah. Sean, did you see my outstanding gameplay?
I caught a little snippet of it.
Okay.
It was pretty solid.
I realize that the way I have it set up, I can't talk over this. Let's look at one more time just to really show. This is exclusive, chat. Kiki doesn't even have this ready to go. From yesterday's Duos tournament for Apex Legends, my highlight. And there you go. Again, no one else is going to have that today. That was the exclusive highlight of how I played yesterday. Is anyone surprised? No one's surprised.
It's so good.
Here's our topic of the day. It's World Baking Day, chat. World Baking Day. And so with World Baking Day, we're asking you, are you good at baking? Are you into baking? What is your favorite baked item? Okay. Now, I also tweeted over the weekend that I had a brownie at 8 in the morning. I did that on Saturday. It wasn't good enough to do it on Saturday. So you know what I did? I had the sequel of it on Sunday. I decided to have a brownie on Sunday as well at 8 in the morning. So really flexing my adult muscles. I thought it looked pretty good. It was tasty.
Sam, I mean, it's not that far off from most breakfasts we eat anyway. So I don't see anything wrong with it.
That's true. I'd argue that one brownie has actually more nutrition in it than a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Sure. That's what I'm going to argue. I don't know if it's true.
We could do some science.
I think the most scientific way to do is to chat. What do you think? Brownie or Frosted Flakes? Right? Which would you rather have this morning? Kate giving you a compliment. Sean, you look really good today. Have you changed your camera settings?
Nope. we just got rid of Mike. He was really slowing things down. He was taking all the good, all the HDs.
Yeah.
All the Ks.
Mm-hmm. All the pixels. Yeah. You were only coming through in like 480p, and now that Mike's on vacation, you're back into HD. Also, Sean just unplugged every single thing that ever went into Sean's computer, so maybe that's what did it. You know.
Burned half of it. The rest is held on by duct tape.
AJ said, I used to bake a lot with my grandmother. We made cakes and cupcakes, biscuits, bread, a lot of stuff. Is that good memory? Is your grandma still with us? With us? Your grandma still around? Ruggs now wants cupcakes because Kate said, I used to bake cupcakes. You used to bake cupcakes professionally? Are we talking like featured on Food Network professionally, Kate? Is this a secret we didn't know about you? I'm intrigued.
So it being World Baking Day, is your wife going to bake anything today?
I could ask. I definitely could ask and see what the situation there is. I believe she has a pretty ridiculous day at work, so I don't think we're going to get it today. But I could ask the idea of, hey, it's World Baking Day. Could we get something this week?
Or should we just casually talk to mother-in-law and be like, did you know it's World Baking Day?
So, chat, we have this idea.
Putting it out there.
We have this idea. At some point, we're going to start just leaving the days of the day calendar on the kitchen counter at Sean's house. That's where mom-in-law lives, all right? And we're just going to put down the topic of the day in some bold writing, okay? And just leave it there on the kitchen counter. And then we're just going to do an experiment to see how many days that mom-in-law looks at what's on there and decides to do that. Cheesecake day? Do we get a cheesecake? Not going to say anything. Not going to skew the results. We're just going to leave it there passively. See what happens. I think our odds are pretty good.
It's for science.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't want this to happen. It's for science. So, Kate says, not featured anywhere but for a local winery. I baked the cupcakes and they sold them. Wow. What did you like doing that? Do you miss doing that? Chat FM said, I was just passing the World Wide Web and someone said cupcakes. That's good that we caught your attention as you were window shopping the World Wide Web. Yes, Kate used to make cupcakes professionally, and it is World Baking Day. And AJ's grandma is still with us, moved out due to COVID and medical issues. Haven't seen her for a long time. I haven't baked since she moved out. Oh, that's sad. Well, continued, hopefully sustained health for your grandma. And hopefully you'll get to be able to bake soon. So, this is some of the history of this. It's incredible that we've managed to go so long without a World Baking Day. This is from daysoftheyear.com. We discovered evidence that baking has existed for over 14,000 years, proving that we simply can't live without it. In fact, the first bakers in Jordan created flatbreads, which they wrapped around meat, potentially the first ever sandwich in existence. Roman times saw the birth of the artisan baker. Lovers of all things decadent, Romans prized the pastry chef. And those that brought new baked goods to the world were ever popular at feasts and banquets. I think Sean's got a point. If you can't bake, know someone who can bake.
True.
So that's what our topic of the day, World Baking Day.
And I could bake something, but anyone around me is going to do a much better job.
Yeah, agreed. I'm not good at cooking because there's an inexact science to cooking, right? You don't necessarily have to follow recipes verbatim. So I have a better chance at baking. All the stuff in the kitchen just completely, like, stresses me out. So I just try to stay out of there. I just don't want to poison anyone. I have a big policy against poisoning people. If it wasn't for that, I like it more. So, chat, yeah, apparently first bakers were in Jordan. I do believe we're talking about the land, not the model. I believe the land. Who's the model Jordan, by the way?
I don't know. I went to Michael.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about, like the brand Michael. AJ, I struggle if it's not exact measurements. I don't have that inner feel that natural chefs have. Yes. AJ, you and I are the same in that regard. Yeah, you see that exclamation point raffle will get you into the raffle for the soundtrack to the game on Bandcamp. Okay, so apparently I got to write that out better because I was like, that's not what I meant to put there. But it's the soundtrack to Aerial Knights Never Yield, and we're giving that away at the end of the show. So use exclamation point raffle to enter if you are a Patreon subscriber like Chad FM is. You get double entries into that raffle. So that'll be exciting. All right, let's do this. It's 6:25. It is time to get the news. We need to know the headlines of the day, see what's happening in the video game world. And to do that, we go to the newsroom. Yeah, let's see what's happening. Here is hashtag video game expert. It's Sean this morning on Gaming Morning Show.
Morning. It is Monday, May 17th, 2021, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. A slow start to the week, which has been the theme the last couple weeks. So we'll stretch things out today. We'll talk real nice and slow with lots of pauses. Make this last 3 minutes.
You sound like Eeyore.
Yeah, thanks. And you know, this happens every year as we're ramping up towards E3 and some of the larger conferences. There's just not as much to talk about, but we do have a couple small stories we can talk about today. We've talked about a few different things, specifically that Sony has filed patents for. One of them was trying to help gamers who may be struggling with different sections of games and different trophies, which could help people with certain difficulty playing different types of games. I mean, Ryan can't play platformers, so this could help Ryan and Seesaw, that kind of stuff. Well, they filed another patent, and apparently this was initially filed in 2019, but hasn't been published until this month. And this one's an interesting one, especially right now with all the talk about cryptocurrency. This apparently is a platform that Sony's developed at least a patent for, where it'll allow users to bet on esports using like physical currency, Bitcoin, or even in-game items. So this is interesting, especially with all of the hubbub recently around video games and different things being considered gambling, with like loot boxes and stuff like that. Sony's like, you think that's gambling? How about actual gambling?
Oh,
Take
no.
that. Um, so bets placed could seemingly come in many forms, with the patent mentioning that wagers may be actual money or Bitcoin or game assets, digital rights, and virtual currency. This implies that you could earn and then bet in-game currency or even in-game items using the system. And this would be for betting on like big esports events, just like you would go to Vegas and bet on a horse race. You could bet on an Overwatch match, that kind of stuff. And we've also when we've talked about these patents, that them filing a patent means nothing. They may never ever do anything with this. So this might be one of those things where they're just trying to get systems in place so that if betting on esports becomes a popular thing, they have something they can slot in and participate in, that sort of thing. So I don't expect this going anywhere anytime soon. But the most interesting part to me is the fact that it's not just for money or Bitcoin, which is a valid option at this point, but also like in-game currency and in-game items. That's interesting.
I'm amazed how many results I get when I search Twitter for Sony and patent. They apparently file a lot of patents.
They do, and most big companies do, but Sony, for whatever reason, seems to have just really interesting ones that happen to come out on slow news days. Our next story is about Returnal, which I've been playing quite a bit, and will probably make a return to GMS Plays tomorrow night. Returnal has no save feature, and we've talked a lot about this, at least on GMS Plays. Marcus Stewart of Game Informer brings us some information about Returnal save feature that's being investigated. And how this would be implemented is still unknown. But apparently, when asked about it, Housemark said they were looking into a certain type of save feature, and like the systems of the game just physically weren't letting them do it. And so they had a lot of workarounds to be done. But they do continue to work on some sort of save system. And exactly what that would be, we don't know. They have offered at launch that, you can just put your system in rest mode. That is fine, assuming nothing happens. The PlayStation 5 doesn't shut down. Returnal doesn't have an automatic update pushed through that closes the game. Anything like that. So, marketing director Mikkel Haveri of Housemark says, in terms of figuring out a solution, he says, but currently we just don't know exactly what it is, referring to the save system. So it's very difficult to announce anything because I think there's a lot of different people looking for different things. So they're aware that people are asking for something. They want to provide something. And that's where it's at.
Okay.
So something will be there. So we'll keep an eye on what happens with Returnal. I haven't run into a ton of issues with this other than just being tired, because my runs haven't been incredibly long. But still, my runs being short are still like an hour and a half. That's a lot when you're still in the early stages of the game. I can imagine the 6-hour long runs when you're trying to, make a push into the third act and stuff like that. So a save feature would be handy, even if it's a pretty rudimentary save where it's you get one shot, you're going to save it. Once you load it, it's gone, that sort of thing. So we'll see what happens with Returnal and its save features.
I think they should just implement, this maybe has never been done before, 26 character save key, and then at the very beginning of the game you have to enter it. What do you think? Never before done.
Never done before.
Nope, no one's ever had that before.
And always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment, where we take a look at what is out today. Um, did you remember to find anything that was out today?
Oh, I searched. I was up probably an hour before the show started looking. I don't think I did too well.
Nope. There's nothing.
Chat.
No games out today.
If you find something that's out today, let us know.
Sorry, Monday.
I feel like we're on a search hotline. If you have any information that could be useful to us on our quest for something that is out today, please let us know at 1877 GMS show.
If you'd like to put out a video game, go back in time and develop it and put it out today, and we'll talk about it.
May 17th is the right date. The good news is Aerial Knights Never Yield comes out Wednesday. So Aerial Knights Never Yield can be our honorary Monday winner of Name of the Morning and Out Today, even though it's not out today. How about the soundtrack? That's our winner for today. Although I guess you usually do exclamation point winner. Let's see who our Name of the Morning is this morning.
Who's the Name of the Morning?
Here we go.
Name of the Morning.
The winner is?
Goes to Gaming Morning Show.
Yeah, we did it. Neil, you and us will be co-names of the morning, co-winners of Out Today. So it is out in our hearts, and that's what matters. So congratulations to us. Did some digging whilst you were doing the Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news, and found out that on the lead from Chat FM, Katrina, Amy Alexandra Alexis Price is known by the pseudonym Jordan and is an English media personality, model, and businesswoman. That is to whom Chat FM is referring when asking if baking originated with Jordan, the model, or Jordan, the country. So, Price, the model, initially gained some recognition in 1996. This is telling us that baking existed over 14,000 years ago. So I can say with confidence that Gaming Morning Show has concluded that the origin of baking dates back to the country of Jordan, not the model, Katrina Amy Alexandra Alexis Price.
That's a name.
It is.
Why do you think she changed it to Jordan?
That, but she had an opportunity. Could have been like Cap, because there's Kaap. So there was an opportunity there that I think might have been missed. So, but I now know who Katie Price is. So that's a win.
That is a win.
Well, thank you. Chat FM said, I wish Returnal had a feature allowing players to play whilst the sun is still up. Does that mean that you play it for very long periods of time, Chat FM? And AJ is giving us a day of the day. Oh, speaking of days, today is Constitution Day for Norway. I know a few Norwegians that are some of the loveliest people. One of which I believe is Isadora, correct? Who is a friend of the show. Isadora is a Norwegian streamer on Twitch. Snufkin said, no, Denmark and Germany call it Vienna bread, I believe, as opposed to a Danish. I didn't know that. By the way, Danishes are delicious. Like, Danish low-key might be better than a donut. Is that too broad of a stance?
Maybe.
Really?
Too many factors. Depends on the Danish, depends on the donut.
Okay. And I don't like cream-filled Danish-eye.
Dani?
Dani? I like the fruit ones. Blackberry, blueberry, cherry. That's pretty solid. Although, for argument's sake, we could call them Vienna bread. That's fine. They're good either way.
I'm okay with it.
You'll approve? There we go. That's the right one, right? And click there and make sure you're not muted. We got some Rocket League this morning. Just 2v2. We miss you, Mike. We're going to lose because Mike's not here today. Good moron to you, Dr. Chick. It is good to see you this morning. If you do exclamation point raffle and you as a Patreon subscriber get double entries, you can win Aerial Knights Never Yield soundtrack. If you missed it back in November, we had Daniel Wilkins, who did a lot of the music, along with Neil, who's going to join us here in about 50 minutes from now for the music of that game. But it was really, really good. In fact, that's what ultimately... We did it! Take that. All right, we're just going to ready up. So, I'm not even going to switch screens. That's how confident I am that we're going to win the next game. So, look at that. Undefeated feels so good. So, Cliff Notes version. It's called Danish because at the start of the 1900s, Danish pastry chefs introduced the concept to America. It's called Vienna bread because it was brought to Denmark during a bakery strike in Denmark by Austrian bakers. Danish bakers adapted the style and developed to what we know today.
Nice.
Snufkin, thank you for the history lesson today. This is 2 things we've learned. We've learned about Jordan the model from the UK. We now learned about Vienna bread. And then on the theme of Day of the Day, too, we learned that it's Norway's Constitution Day. So. Oh, no. That's true, Kate. We are without Lady K's facts of the day. I might have a chance. Nice work.
Set up.
Snufkin is going to give us a fact of the day. Lady K is awesome. And that is Snufkin's fact of the day. Day.
Is
Day.
could that be the fact? The daily Lady K fact? Because it's a fact about Lady K?
That's true. As opposed to a Lady K fact of the day, it's a fact about Lady K today.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's worth it. Oh, good moron to you, Alien. It's good to see you this morning on Gaming Morning Show.
Good moron.
Alien was also in the Duos tournament yesterday. Kate Zaid was in the Duos tournament yesterday. Well, the good news is, Kate, by doing that, you got my prize, which was I had enough channel points on Kiki's stream to do a gifted sub. So you're gonna get the gifted sub from Kiki Low. So it's not all rough in that respect. You had the most fun though too. So. We can do this since Alien just joined us. We can go back and look at the exclusive highlights that I made from the Kiki Low Duos tournament. Kiki Cup is coming up July 31st. Gaming Morning Show is proud to be a sponsor again. Nice breakaway, nice breakaway.
I got exploded.
You sure did. And I was very much lacking the boost.
All right, I got my revenge and exploded somebody. Oh, nice shot.
We did have fun over the weekend too. I was searching on Facebook Gaming for different streamers and found a great streamer who I did share on my Twitter, which is at Hefty Goof, who plays Rocket League and was very good at it. A lot of double jumping and a lot of things that I didn't even know you could do in this game. And so I shared that stream on my Twitter. Big GGs to everyone in the tournament yesterday. Alien, oh no, I was reading chat and I missed the ball.
Oh, that might go.
Nice work. Big GGs to everyone in the tournament. Alien was cracked. Kate did well and very honorable in the punch-off. I see Ryan in the kill feed several times, too. Yes, I was definitely listed in the kill feed several times. Oh, my gosh. And Alien was looking for my partner, Gumbo, who's in the chat. I guess he found me and shot me with a Kraber 3 times and missed. Oh, that's not true. We never found... Oh, no, actually, we did find a Kraber. And I think you did say you missed 3. Oh, no. No. You did miss 3 shots. I do remember that, Gumbo. Yeah, the private server event was a lot of fun. I haven't done one of those before, and honestly, it was pretty cool. Yes.
Nice work.
Yeah, we did, Dr. Chick. I didn't mean to. So at the very end, Kiki, I don't know where she listed these, by the way. So if somebody knows, like, where I missed this. So Kiki's sitting there saying we're going to have a punch-off. And I'm just kind of, like, casually listening to the stream in my earphones at the end of this whole thing. It's like, all I heard was, hey, we're going to go to Trials. We're going to have a punch-off. I'm like, okay, that'll be fun. Apparently, I missed, like, all the rules about it. So we weren't able to use, like, any of our abilities. And here I am as Pathfinder just grappling around. And I apparently wasn't alone because a lot of other people were queuing, but I didn't realize that was something we weren't supposed to do. So my bad. I take that.
Such a cheater.
I know it was bad. Oh my god!
Whoa, you came in hot.
I did. Yeah, Zev, who is Dr. Chick's partner in the event, because Kiki just took damage averages and kind of put them on a spectrum. Zev had a great game. Zev's first game had like 8 kills. It was nuts. What are we doing, Gumbo? As we know, you take the waffle.
Put it on a pancake.
We don't just eat waffles. You have to take the waffle and then put it on a pancake. And good moron to you, Lady K. It is good to see you in the AM as well. We already had our Lady K fact about Lady K of the day. But we would welcome a Lady K fact of the day. Oh, sorry. I can get over there.
All right, overtime.
All right, I'm going to go for the ball. Centered? Oh, no. Now it might be. Nice try. Way to use me. Centered. High. It's a high center. Very high center. I was so centered it went over the net. Oh, crap.
Oh,
They almost saved it themselves. All right, we're losers.
Yep.
It's okay. 6:45. We had stuff to do anyway. 6:45, 9:45 out on the East Coast, 2:45 for those watching GMS in the afternoon.
I almost
Sean-
didn't make that one. Your voice was almost like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Nope, it was gone. That's Sports Gaming. I am Hefty Goof. You can find us on Twitter at WatchGMS. We got Neil Jones coming up, the creator, artist, and developer of Aerial Knights Never Yield, coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time. So that's about 40 minutes from now. We'll talk about the game and get you introduced to it. It comes out on Wednesday. If you do Exclamation Point Raffle, you can be entered in to win a copy of the soundtrack, which is solid. It's from Band. It's posted on Bandcamp right now, and we will send you a gift of said soundtrack. It'll be in your computer as soon as it's available. GMS plays tonight at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. What are we playing?
We might go back to Minecraft tonight.
Nice.
Work on that stuff.
Did you know that GMS has a Minecraft server? It's true. It's in our Discord. In fact, I believe Sean tells me that we have servers. Lady K was acting. What was the fact about me? That's a good question, Lady K. It's always important to know what's happening. From Snuffkin, the fact was, quote, Lady K is awesome. That is the fact about Lady K of the day. So how are your waffles, Gumbo? If that's the extent of your baking, how do they churn out? So we have confirmation that waffles are not pancakes as well. I don't know about crepes, though.
I do.
Answer?
They're not.
A crepe is not a pancake.
Yeah, Bob is our pancake expert around here and knows the truth. So, Dr. Chick, Alien Honest, you did your best, and Zev was cracked for sure. Alien, hey, I didn't cheat. Someone sent rockets at me, so I smoked. Fair enough. Here you go. This is, again, one last look at the exclusive highlights of me playing in yesterday's Kiki Low Duos tournament. And there you go. That's what Gumbo got exposed to. In a nutshell, I like to be, when I think about like highlights, it would be possible for me to show every cracked shot, right? It would be possible for me to do that, Sean. But you know me, humble, not wanting to stretch anything out, so figured I would just show a quick hitter in that regard.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the highlight of the day. The highlight of the day.
Maybe.
There it was. It's
Maybe.
the highlight of the day. We tried, chat. Yesterday, big winners at the MTV Movie and TV Awards. Namely, it was WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it was Disney Plus at the MTV TV and Movie Awards. WandaVision, big winner. They were held on Sunday, according to The Hollywood Reporter. 4 awards during the ceremony, including Best Series and Best Performance in a TV Show for Elizabeth Olsen, who, by the way, is one of the Olsen twins' siblings. They have them, if you didn't know.
You'll never live it down.
I still don't believe it. Olsen was a double winner, taking home the award for the best fight, along with Catherine Han of WandaVision. In their speech, they thanked their stunt coordinators and demonstrated what their fights would look like without the pros. That probably was pretty amusing. So there's an anecdote from yesterday. There you go. I haven't seen WandaVision. I did see someone string together shots from, I want to assume it was the first episode of WandaVision, and side by side those screenshots with those from the last episode of WandaVision. And if that's what I think it was, that was really well done from a cinematography standpoint. So I'll share that in the Discord if you want me to. And I can mark it as a spoiler. Since, I don't know, maybe people are still looking at it.
Maybe.
For
sure.
Chat FM said, don't know how to make pancake rolls no matter how steep the hill. They just lie flat. Nice work. You should have included you sliding in, clutching up in the first game. I don't really count that. Poor Tabso was just stuck in a finisher, so I took out Tabso. So I apologize, Tiny. Sorry about that. Lady K made noodles with Mediterranean veggies mixed in. Snuffkin, I wish I could, but I am running on very little sleep, and Apex tries my patience at the best of times lately. Apex will do that to you. All right. It is 6:50. Sean and I are going to do Gaming Morning Show, This Day in Gaming History, and birthdays. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know in the chat, because we would like to celebrate with you. Comedian Bob Saget turned 65 today.
Bob's birthday.
Did you just say Bob's birthday?
Bob's birthday.
It is Bob's birthday, but not that Bob's birthday.
No.
We
My
can
mistake.
get comment, though. Hey, Bob, what do you think of Bob Saget? What do you think of his birthday?
Bob likes it.
There you go. This is the thing that I never knew. So I learned who Bob Saget was because of Full House, which was the sitcom on during the 90s. He was the wholesome Danny Tanner. And then when you start to see what kind of comedy Bob does, it's a whole different world. So
You know, and that would never fly today because, like, brand is everything, and everyone can see everything. So I feel like back in the '90s, you can take a comedian like that and be like, "All right, we're gonna put you on this TV show, and you're gonna be totally different than the person you are in your comedy routines." You know?
Yep.
Like, I don't think you can do that these days.
It'd be harder for sure. Boxer Sugar Ray Leonard turned 65 today. Comedian Craig Ferguson is 59 today. Let's see, who else? Singer, musician Trent Reznor turns 56 today. Singer,
Fun fact:
Okay.
Trent Reznor named after a Mario bad guy, the Reznor. Look it up.
I'm doing it right now, chat. Just 1 second, please. You know what I like? I Googled Reznor, and Trent was the first thing that came up. But yes, it looks like kind of like a little dinosaur triceratops looking thing that shoots fireballs.
It's the whole Ferris wheel. Reznor has a Ferris wheel. He was named after that. Didn't know that.
Interesting. Singer Jordan Knight is 51 today. Wasn't Jordan Knight a former New Kids on the Blocker?
Yes.
Okay. Actress Sasha Alexander turns 48 today. Singer-songwriter Candy Burris is 45 today. Same age for actress Rochelle Aites, who is 45 today. Former NBA basketball player, I don't think Tony's still in the league. Tony Parker is 39. Tony played forever with the San Antonio Spurs, and then I think got either cut or traded to the Charlotte Hornets. And I don't think played there very long. Can you look? Is Tony Parker still actively playing in the NBA? I think he retired. Pretty sure. Actress Karrueche Tran, 33. I don't think I'm saying that. Karrueche Tran is 33 today.
Yeah, it looks like he retired after the 2018
Okay.
season.
Yeah, so retired basketball player Tony Parker, 39. And then actress Nikki Reed turns 33 today. So there you go, chat.
Nice.
Oh, it's Jim Nance's birthday, too. To Superphonic, who just jumps in, this is very Jim Nancy. Hello, friends. That's Jim Nance's line. 62 years old today.
Edward Jenner, who appears to be the smallpox vaccine. It's his birthday.
Don't believe
I don't know why
Jenner
they wrote it. They just put Edward Jenner smallpox vaccine.
I mean, they could have
He
used
is
one
the
more word.
smallpox vaccine.
Yeah, could have used one more word. I did read that apparently vaccine, like the root of that word, like it has to do with cows, vaca, because the smallpox vaccine had something to do with some sort of secretion that came from cows or came from milk or something like that. Because what happened was Jenner had, again, I just saw this the other day and I'm very much paraphrasing, but Jenner had discovered that milkmaids were less susceptible to the significant and harshest aspects of smallpox, and so started to mess around with that in terms of, like, I think use some sort of thing that came out of something that had to do with milk and put it like on an 8-year-old boy's skin or something, or in the bloodstream, I don't know. And yeah, put him in the room with smallpox and the 8-year-old was fine. How close am I?
Pretty close. So there's this thing called cowpox, which is another virus, which wasn't as severe in terms of like an illness, but provided some immunity to smallpox. So they basically were giving people cowpox to build immunity for smallpox.
Gotcha. Yeah, Superphonic was there too. I think they used cowpox to treat smallpox. So we're kind of in the vein. The good news is Jenner is smallpox vaccine. So
He is smallpox.
lady, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's smallpox vaccine. So, this day in gaming history in New York back in 1989, Tengen. No, Tengen.
Engine?
Tengen holds a reception for retailers, trade representatives, and press for the launch of the Tetris video game cartridge.
Nah, never heard of it.
It's never going to make it. Nope. 1990, Louis Galoob Toys seeks a court declaration that the Game Genie does not infringe on Nintendo's copyrights. Good old Louis Galoob. Good morning, Hofbrew from Texas. Are you hanging out with Kate today? Say hi to Kate for us. We'd appreciate it. 2001, the Electronic Entertainment Expo was held in Los Angeles. This time there were 62,000 people there. Nintendo unveiled the GameCube, and Xbox was debuted by Microsoft.
Nice.
In 2004, JC Padilla scores a lot of points. Just so many points. What do you think that is?
2 quintillion.
2 quintillion points?
181 quadrillion. 619 trillion 994 billion 299 million 256,480.
That was the score that JC Padilla scored on Giga Wing 2 on the Dreamcast. It is a record for the highest score of any game. It wasn't that game. We're talking any game, chat. Holy cow. 2 quintillion plus. That's how I would refer to that forever. It's a lot of points. 2005, Nintendo had a press conference at the Electronic Entertainment Expo. It's weird what happens this time of year. Among the things that they talked about that day, they had an online strategy announcement for the Nintendo DS. A whole bunch of stuff that had to do with it. And then there was the Game Boy Micro. It was unveiled. Size was 2 by 4 by 0.7 inches and it weighed just under 3 ounces. The smallest cartridge-based video game of all time, or video game system all time. Did it ever come out?
I think so.
Never heard of it. Also, apparently, there was going to be something from a Revolution video game system featured proprietary DVD-sized disc and GameCube disc play. Had flash memory, things like that. It had virtual console play of NES, SNES, and Nintendo 64 games by download. Did that ever come out?
I don't think that made it to market.
And then in 2011, Rockstar Games released L.A. Noir. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. All right, there you go, chat. There's your This Day in Gaming History. Lady K saying, I'm always happy to cook for others. Once I get my PS Plus back, we'll chat about game options. So you heard that. We're all going to Lady K's house for dinner. So what do you make of this? What do you got? Super.
So you could buy a Nintendo Game Boy Micro on eBay for a low price of $200.
There you go. If you want to play really small Game Boy games. That reminds me of the Zoolander thing where it's like, what is this, a school for ants? AJ said, I want to try LA Noir at some point. Got that detective game feel I really enjoy in games when done right. It was a really good game. Okay. There you go. Some recommendations from our most trusted folks in chat.
Pretty okay.
Alien. What's the ranking for LA Noir? Super, did you see my highlights from the duos tournament yesterday? You missed it earlier if you didn't. So, O is a letter. My Britishness gets inflamed when 2001 is pronounced wrong. Yeah, apparently I'm the only person who does the 2000s most like that. So, I'll put it on my Twitter here shortly. You can find me at Hefty Goof. All right. You good with the first hour? Did you feel like we accomplished a lot?
Yeah, we could always go back and try it again.
All right. If we didn't do well enough, we'll do it again. In about 20 minutes from now, we'll have Neil Jones join us. We'll talk about Aerial Knights Never Yield. It's a video game that's coming out on Wednesday. If you do Exclamation Point Raffle, you can win the soundtrack, which is a very good soundtrack to the game. And we'll give that away at the end of the show.
And if you do Exclamation Point Winner, you could be the winner of nothing.
Our
But we'll
hearts.
call you Snufkin. We'll say your name.
Winner of our hearts. We love you. Sushi was cracked. In fact, Sushi won yesterday's duos tournament with Woo. Pretty impressive the way that y'all played. So congratulations, Duos Tournament champion. We'll be back. A lot more still to come on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Stick around. We'll talk to Neil Jones coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time. Today, it's Sean and Ryan, Gaming Morning Show, on Monday, May 17th, 2021.
Best if you prepare. If we get tomorrow, I miss I can try. If you love to borrow, just to get us by. And sometime when you're ready, soften up the blow. Our love was never made to last. I don't wanna give you back to hold on to.
Good morning, friends. Joel from the Final Checkpoint Podcast here with a special message. Gaming Morning Show is just the best, aren't they? And so damn good looking. But enough about them. Final Checkpoint has been just Ben and I for a long time, and we're kind of tired of talking to each other. So we have added a new co-host, Logan, aka Maple Bacon Bars. We think he really likes donuts. I think. At least I hope so. Anyways, we also added a new show called Final Boss Squad. And to make it easy, you can find it on the same feed as the Final Checkpoint Podcast, which is Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, and Google podcast services. So for the lovely price of free and extremely high price of your time and your hearing, you get the Final Checkpoint Podcast, which is gaming news focused now, every Tuesday morning. And then Final Boss Squad, which is all about the games we played and shows and movies we watched, every Thursday morning. You can also watch the live recording of both shows on Sundays, 8 p.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/loadlastcheckpoint. I also stream games throughout the week, and every Saturday we tend to stream some random game where I play and Logan and Ben make fun of me while I mess up and do dumb stuff. Right now we're playing Resident Evil 7. That's been really fun, and then we'll be moving on to possibly Dark Souls 3, so that'll be pretty fun. Anyways, I know that's a lot of information, so to make it easy, just follow us over on Twitter at FinalCheckPod. You can also follow me, Joel. I'm at the Joelness on Twitter. All right, that's enough for me. Let's get back to the show and watching Mike O try really hard not to curse, because that's always really funny. See you guys.
So if we get tomorrow, I promise I can try. Give you love to borrow, just to get us by. And sometime when you're ready, I'll soften up the blow. Our love was never made to last, and I don't wanna give you back to hold on to. Once upon a time, we were both happy. Everything was fine, then suddenly it leave. I was left behind, broken in pieces. Then you'd reappear. Sometimes we all feel a little afraid. We don't put our emotions on display. But I've gotta be strong. I don't wanna know if you feel it too. Your chances asking myself why you keep going away. Don't want more goodbyes, so I've gotta say that although I've tried, sometimes we all feel a little unsure. We don't really know what we're here for.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, today's interview and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is Monday, May 17th, 2021. Thanks for being with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. Coming up this hour in about 15 minutes from now, we'll talk to Neil Jones, the creator of Aerial Knights Never Yield. That game is coming out on Wednesday. It's going to be pretty exciting. We had a chance to talk to the creator of the music, Daniel Wilkins, back in like November, and you can find out more information about the music by going to our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. We also are giving away a copy, at least a pre-order copy, of the music for the game. That is easily achieved by you by just doing Exclamation Point Raffle, and if you are a Patreon subscriber, you get double entries into our raffles, of course, most of them anyway. So just do Exclamation Point Raffle, and you have a chance to win the soundtrack from the game. We'll get a premise overview of the game. We'll talk about the development and some of the things that's important to Neil, and we'll also share more links too. Be sure to follow Neil on Twitter, Ariel_Knight. A lot more long-form specifics about this show. It's futuristic Tokyo-style Detroit in the 3D runner that tells the story of Wally, who has uncovered evidence that could change the city forever. It's out on Wednesday. That is Sean. I am Ryan. Thanks for hanging out with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Kiki Lowe has checked in. Good morning to you, Kiki. It's good to see you today. Load Last Checkpoint says, I missed that Mike guy already. As you know, Mike is on vacation, so we will not have Mike, I think, this whole week.
So
Sad. We miss you, Mike.
sad indeed. What do you say I do 3 days of full show though to make up for it?
What? Are we in for a surprise today? I guess. Let's find out.
I'll be here all day on Friday.
All day Friday with Sean. How about them apples? Huh? Which is exciting because I don't think we can do music today. So maybe music on your other 2 full shows? Maybe?
Yeah, music Thursday and Friday for sure.
Look at that, chat. We get back-to-back days of Sean. I'm not complaining.
Should be good.
Hope you're not either. Let's see. Kiki Low, hope everyone is having a good Monday. I think it's pretty okay. Snufkin was the winner earlier. It is World Baking Day. That is our topic of the day. How good are you at baking? I'm just not good at it. But that's not really surprising, given my track record in the kitchen in general. You're better at cooking than baking, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Baking's not my thing.
Interesting. You can't rein Sean in. You can't give those specific measurements. Nope. Kate, vacation without us? That's true. We should have had a Mike group vacation. That would have been probably a smarter idea. So we miss you, Mike. Sad. All right, 7-Eleven out on the West Coast, 10-11 out on the East, 3-11 for those watching in the UK. Thanks for hanging out with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. If you missed the days of the day, here's what you have. And it's a full laundry list today. National Pack Rat Day. National Cherry Cobbler Day on Baking Day, which is cool. National Graduation Tassel Day. National Walnut Day. National Idaho Day. Work from Home Day. International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. Pinot Grigio Day. Neurofibromatosis Awareness Day. World Telecommunications Day. World Hypertension Day. And Heritage Breeds Week. I'm guessing that's dog related. Good moron, Scott Chick. I think I missed when you walked into the room, if you will. Our friend Scott Chick, who is our deputy cat petter of the show. I went the wrong way, and I'm so sorry about that. said, I can make rock buns and cheesecakes. That's as far as baking skills go. Isn't cheesecake, though, a pretty hard thing to bake? I mean, if you got that down, I'm pretty impressed, Scott Chick, to be honest.
Entering.
Yeah, what are rock buns? I'm pretty sure I saw Chris and me and Nate playing rock buns this weekend.
Oh. Couldn't quite save it.
Oh, the chilled kind of cheesecakes. Gotcha. The cheesecakes that are a little less angry, like the ones that are a little more chill. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, nice save. You're welcome, Scott Chick. Trying to do what I can. Scones gone wrong, in my interpretation, anyway. So, again, this is where... I remember, I think it was on Friday, Sean, that it was like Buttermilk Biscuit Day, and I wanted to talk about biscuits because it's an all-time favorite food of mine. And I decided not to because last time we brought up biscuits, then there was scones, and couldn't agree with exactly what a scone was and what a biscuit was. So what are we talking about when you say scones, Scott Chick? Are we talking about biscuits, or are we talking about actual scones? AJ said rock buns are what I get when I work out for half an hour. I like how you won't even laugh. Just shakes his head. Hey, Sean. I appreciate you.
You too, bro.
Depends what a scone is to you over the water. That's what I'm talking about, Scott Chick. So, to me, a scone is a harder pastry. It's more brittle, if you will. Whereas a biscuit is like a soft, flaky, layered baked good. That was a nice goal. Yeah, like blueberry scones are delicious. I mean, I think this would be a good Discord explanation, Scott Chick. So if you wanted to do something like that. Oh no.
Nice work.
Okay, so we got a mission from Scott Chick. on Discord looking for things and going to post some examples. Yeah, biscuits are a lot more salty for sure. The scones have some sweetness, especially like scones that are like sprinkled with sugar. Those are pretty legit. My wife made some lemon, like zest scones the other day, and then took them all to work. Every single one went to work. Every single one went to work. Every single one went to work. I don't care what that voice in the background says. Every single one of them went to work. And we didn't have any left. I did not lie, Alien. Telling you the truth. Speak only the truth, chat. Rocket League's getting realistic. I even hear car engine sounds now. It's crazy. I mean, Alien, who are you going to trust? Are you going to trust the person with the microphone? Or are you going to trust those random voices in the background? I mean,
Who knows who that could have been?
yeah. I mean, that could be Bob. Bob could be throwing Bob's voice. Well, it was a good try, chat. It was a good try. I trust random voices first. It's usually the way aliens communicate. This game is hard, chat. This game is hard. All right, 7:20, Sean. 7:20 on the West Coast, 10:20 out on the East. It is 3:20 for those watching in the UK. It didn't go well. We got a friend asking, does anyone know any good GTA RP servers with police that aren't something at RP? No, I didn't know Sting was in GTA RP, so but I mean, with every step that you take, every move that you make, they'll be watching you. You're welcome. Why are you shaking? Ow! Why are you shaking your head at me? That was hilarious, damn it. Good morning, Axe.
I'm gonna go look at this scone.
Alright. We got a first-hand reference
That's a
right
biscuit.
now. See, and that's the thing. Like this, can you retort with a picture of an actual scone? Sean's on it.
First, I'm gonna retort with a picture of a biscuit.
I'm so conflicted by what's happening in chat right now. I got some OMGs, I respect the reference, and then I got Chat FM just being like, I'm pretty sure chat's about to just leave. That's kind of the impression I get from that look. So,
All of them, or Chat FM?
Chat FM mostly. That's Scott Chick. That's what I was saying. That was the original concern I had about starting to talk about. Because here's what I felt like. We had the cookie biscuit argument, right? And that one we kind of all fully understood. But then we went from biscuit to being like, well, a biscuit here is this. And then that Copia said something about it being a scone. And we just could never we could never go back. Like, we just got, that was like the moment where it broke me. I couldn't handle it anymore. AJ's asked, we need a Bob voice line that says a scone is not a biscuit. I mean, we've settled many arguments on the show, including
A crepe is not a pancake.
and.
A calzone is not a pizza.
So if you think a calzone is a pizza or a crepe is a pancake, them's fighting words. A scone looks exactly like a biscuit, but a rock bun looked like a cookie to me.
And there's a difference between different places calling things different things, and that's just confusing. Like, we're not arguing that what you call a scone, like, you should call that a biscuit. We're saying that, like, what you call a scone, we call a biscuit. And so that's different than saying a crepe is a pancake, because that's just wrong.
Shad will die on that hill for sure.
And I'll time anyone out for like a whole 5 seconds. That says
I mean, you have to understand too, we have a lot of effort on our side to make sure that we have the facts straight because, Bob,
I am your pancake expert.
so when you have a pancake expert on your show, I mean, there's not much more we can do with that, so. I thought we moved past this, chat. Alien. No, it's not true. Calzones are big hot pockets. That's the truth. I think Sean's looking to time some people out. I'm concerned for you, chat. I'm concerned. Scott Chick, what have you done? What have you done? It's nice to share our differences. It's a learning experience for all. Now that is a very good way to view it. I agree with that. Neil Jones coming up next, Gaming Morning Show. Gaming Morning Show continues. We are excited to bring in the creator of Aerial Knights Never Yield. It is a game that is coming out on Wednesday. I mean, Neil has done everything for this game. Artistry, development, and is the creator of Aerial Knights Never Yield. Neil Jones joining us on Gaming Morning Show. Good morning, Neil. How are you? You know, I do need to ask you, of course, we've been having this baking debate. Are you any good in the kitchen? Can you cook? Can you bake? Are you any good like that?
Yeah, I cook all the time.
But is there a difference
crepes
between...
are pancakes.
Whoa. Crepes are pancakes? What? You're coming in like that right off the bat. I don't think
You use the same material. It's good.
Oh, no. Are you better at baking or cooking?
Cooking.
Yeah. Is that your wheelhouse?
Yeah, just making breakfast. My niece comes over, so I kind of was forced to learn how to make something. But I do like making like those little cakes and cupcakes and cookies and all that.
I appreciate people who can cook. Sean's good at cooking. My wife is good at baking. I am bad in the kitchen, period. So the fact that you can do anything is always respectable for me. Kate is pretty excited for you, too. Neil knows what's up with it, which, of course, crepes are not pancakes. Anyway, that's not why you're here, right? The important thing is the reason that you're here is we're talking
I'm
about
here
your
to be
game.
right. I feel like.
The reason that you're is that your game's coming out on Wednesday, and this is something we've been tracking for a while, ever since you connected us to Daniel to talk about the music. I think it was November is when we had Daniel on. The game is called Aerial Knights Never Yield, so let's just kind of start with the general overview, right? What is the premise of your game that comes out Wednesday?
So the mechanics is that I basically call it a narrative runner. So basically, it's kind of like a runner, but when you play it, it feels a lot different. It's not endless in the sense that it has a story, it has cutscenes, it has all these things that aren't normally a part of the genre. So I pretty much took the runner genre, try to bring it a little bit more into the future, and add a lot of features and a lot of style to it. So yeah, if you haven't played it yet, there's a free demo out. I always just say, hey, give it a try. If it's not for you, then thank you for playing. It is what it is. But I think a lot of people will like it and be gravitated towards it just because of how it feels. It doesn't feel like so strict as past runners and the issues that those games have.
Nice. And with any big project like this, especially when you're doing so much yourself, I'm sure you've run into some surprises, some twists and turns, stuff like that. So what are some of your favorite examples of things that maybe went different than you originally planned with this game?
So, I had a few more features included in the game when I first did the prototype about a year and a half ago, or almost 2 years ago. And I took it to conventions just to kind of show people and kind of see how they played it. And little kids are very honest with you. There was one mechanic specifically that I had that, as soon as kids got to that part, they didn't want to play anymore. So rather than try to fix it, I just cut it out of the game totally and try to just focus on what was fun and make a really solid experience that's more attuned to like a short movie or action movie. And that's why the length of the game is what it is. So I can just make sure that you're in there. You get to have, the best parts of the game. And you're not overwhelmed with, this really long experience that's like mostly just padding. So yeah, I ended up making it shorter. I took out a few features and focused on the fun stuff.
Neil Jones is our guest, the developer, creator, artist of this game, Aerial Knights Never Yield. It's coming out on Wednesday. And like you mentioned, the demo was out. We're giving away the soundtrack for it if you do Exclamation Raffle. I'm curious, when you look at this game, you've long talked about your journey into getting this game off the ground as a developer. And I'm just kind of curious, how is this game a reflection of you, whether it's related to your life in general, or is there aspects of your journey as a game developer that's reflected in this game?
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, the game means a lot. Like if you play the game, you'll get a gist of like me. I try to model it after like the Pseudo 51 style, where if you play any of his games, you kind of get a feel for who he is or how his personality is a little bit. So just by playing the game, there's so much of me in that game that I think people will understand. I made the game in like a point where I was pretty much fed up with the game industry, and I was going to quit. It was actually going to be my last game. I made myself a promise. I said, if this game, if no one likes it and no one downloads it at least, then that was going to be it. I was going to move on to some other profession, and I just spent too much time trying to chase this video game dream. But I said that if people liked it or even a small amount, that I would keep chasing this and see where it goes. And that's why the title Never Yield. It mirrors what's going on in the game with the character as well as what was going on with me at the time.
We're really excited. Nintendo Nerds said very excited to check out Never Yield, especially after the confirmation that grapes are pink. Apparently, that's all you need to say. We're going to help you sell a significant amount more games. I do need confirmation about one other thing, though. It looks like purple is the best color in one of your closest relatives' world. I saw a tweet from April that might confirm that. Whose favorite color is purple?
Yeah, like someone asked why was there so much purple in the game. I was like, purple's my grandma's favorite color. Like, why? What other reason do I need other than that?
that's the thing, is purple is the best color for sure. Neil, we always appreciate you taking the time to join us. Also rescheduling, because we were originally going to have you on in April. I had to make a move. You weren't able to join us later. You said, hey, I can do it the week the game comes out. So let's get the details behind that. When does the game come out? How can people get it?
So the game comes out May 19th. If you have a computer or anything that runs games, you can get it. It's literally on everything. Just go out, support the game. Try out the demo on Switch if you have that, and it's on PC right now. And then outside of that, you can get it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Steam, Epic Game Store, Switch, of course. I think that's everything. Yeah.
Nintendo says congrats on being across all the platforms. Congratulations on the journey and having this come to fruition. We are going to, again, share a lot more information about your journey, but what we do appreciate is taking 5 or so minutes to join us today on Gaming Morning Show.
Thanks so much for you guys, for supporting me and, sticking with me this whole time. You guys have been really dope.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Thank you for all your support as well. That's Neil Jones joining us on the show. We're pretty excited about this thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like Neil said, it's coming out on Wednesday. You can find it on whichever platforms that you are looking for. And then, did you all notice Neil's wall? Look at all that art that was back there. I mean, the backgrounds that Neil and Daniel both gave. I remember specifically, Sean, I don't know if you recall this, but when we had Daniel on the show, who created the music, and it's in partnership with Neil, of course. Neil's part of the music as well. There was like the life-size, wasn't like a life-size Spider-Man that was behind Daniel. So I tell you what, the Aerial Knights Never Yield crew might have the best backgrounds in all Gaming Morning Show interview history.
100%. They're super bad.
Nice work. Yeah, and Nintendo, I'm with you. This game has kind of intrigued me the whole time as well. And I'm not sold on the crepes are pancakes. But you know what? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. And Neil's a good guy. So I will give that to you. We got Chat FM saying sounds good. It is. It looks really cool. We showed some of the gameplay screenshots that are in the game during the course of that interview. But if you go and follow Neil on Twitter, @ArielKnight, you'll find a lot more information because, just the music. That's how we found the game originally, in fact. I remember specifically there was a person with their phone. I think he was in like a spinny chair, just like this. And it just has these huge speakers behind him, and he's playing the music from the game, and all I could keep doing is just bobbing my head. And so we'll give that soundtrack away. If you haven't had a chance to find the soundtrack, let me link it through really quick in chat. And then you'll have access to the soundtrack too. That was a lot of fun to hear how it's reflected in him and some of those experiences. What do you say? Kids always tell the truth?
Yep. They're brutally honest.
Here we go. This is the link to the album. So we're giving this away. Exclamation point Raffle. We'll give it away at the end of the show, but there's the track that you can listen to right now on that link. And you're able to hear the song that we're talking about that kind of got us introduced to the game in the first place. So, yeah, and I agree with you, Nintendo. Congrats on being across all the platforms, right? Like, that's a huge deal, too. Anywhere you want to play this game, you're going to be able to. I think Neil just recently tweeted out that it was on Switch, too. So, there you go.
Yeah, and the demo's available on Switch.
Have you played the demo yet?
No, I haven't, but I was just thinking, because I do GMS plays tomorrow night. If this is a midnight Eastern release and it drops at 9 for us, I could play it on GMS Plays tomorrow.
Ooh, I'd love that. If you were able to.
I might have to look into that.
Even if, we can negotiate a bonus GMS Plays on Wednesday night.
I could probably happen to.
Or maybe I could get up at 4 a.m. and do GMS Plays. I'd rather you play it, though. Here's the thing, is so for those who don't know, and Neil, if you're still in the chat for sure, I mean, Sean is far more the video game expert than me. I just talk into a microphone. And so when it comes to playing the games and like getting the feedback, I like to have Sean's opinion for sure. And so to watch Sean play this would be a lot of fun to see. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll have to set something up.
Yeah, either way, we'll make sure to play it at some point down the road. The demo, though, is out now, as Neil mentioned. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. This is, again, my favorite aspect of the show have a chance to have interviews, spread the word about people doing cool things, and yeah, we'll be sure to link through to those articles. Neil had an article in Nintendo Power that talked about his journey. Described situations where like the video game industry didn't want him, and so he went out and made this video game. And black developer, right? And the statistics show how hard the system is set up for creators of color and black creators specifically, right? And that's part of that journey that, again, it's worth looking into, and we'll link to it, make sure that you have that information, because I listened to a podcast, I think it was last night as I was preparing for the interview, and I mean, Neil is really well spoken about the specifics of his journey, right? And the things that Neil ran into. So Neil, I appreciate you staying in the chat and giving us that information, more than we can fit into a gaming morning show interview. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So thank you for your time today on the show. What if I told you that Russia was going to film a movie in space? That headline's out of this world.
That's an astronomical undertaking.
Kate, having lived in Russia, that's something the Russians would do. Yep.
Space Jamski.
Hefty just propelled us into a new topic. I thought you were actually trying to call me yawn. Wait, how did they get pink, y'all?
Oh, I don't know, but it's super cool. Here we are with boring orange. Oh, on my screen you just barely missed.
I did just barely miss. Did you just say, Snufkin, a meteoric rise to new dad jokes level?
Entering up.
Ball cam is very tough, y'all.
Yeah, you scared it in there, though.
Do this for the viewers.
Scare that ball.
Chat FM, I don't know if that's still available, where they use the studio where the moon landing was filmed. The conspiracies, chat. The conspiracies. First you start with crepes or pancakes, and now that the moon landing was faked. We're going to have to ask Neil for photos of the next crepe making session. Although, I wonder, are crepes more baking or cooking?
I consider it more cooking. But not by much. It's pretty close to baking. But I always think baking like in the oven, and that doesn't go in the oven. missed. Oh, nice hit off the wall.
So I thought that would have went farther.
Nice work.
Crepes are cooked as a pan or griddle is used unless you bake them. I double tap that.
Tappity tap.
All right. How was your weekend, chat? What did you learn from your weekend? I learned that I struggled at Duo's tournament, but I also learned that it was a lot of fun, so that was good. I learned that that I hoard brownies because we were sitting there at dinner. My wife makes also some pretty awesome taquitos, and so we were having those on Saturday. And earlier on Friday, made brownies, just using like straight up Costco brownie mix, you know, nothing necessarily homemade. And they had made a full pan of brownies that were just sitting at the house.
Oh.
And someone said, "Hey, I have brownies at the house. I could go and get them." And I was like, "Nah, they're good at the house so that we can have them when I get home." And my wife ended up grabbing more brownie mix that was at Sean's house and making more brownies. So I got double, if not triple brownies. I was pretty excited about that. Yay, we did it. Confusion is my specialty. Scott Chick, so they're both? Apparently. Who knows? We don't know what we're doing, chat. We're just trying to figure it out like you are.
We did it.
We did it. We're winners. 7:45 West Coast time, 10:45 out on the East, 3:45 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Big thanks again to Neil Jones for joining us on Gaming Morning Show. Had a lot of fun talking to Neil about everything that's going on with Aerial Knights Never Yield. More information, Aerial Knight on Twitter, and we will have the soundtrack to giveaway coming up at the end of the show. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you get double entries into our giveaway, and you can find out more about Patreon at patreon.com/gaming morning show. Our adopt tier, adopt Bob tier is available now. As we know, Bob is fine. To prove it, we have an adopt Bob tier. What that means is we'll take care of getting Bob a new box. He'll be pretty excited with his brand new state-of-the-art box to live in. We'll do an HGTV style YouTube video for our YouTube page to show you just how cool Bob's new box is. So yeah, be sure to check that out at patreon.com/gaming morning show, and part of the proceeds from the Adopt Bob tier will help an actual adoption focused charity, to which we'll make a monthly contribution whilst you're on the Patreon tier.
A new box would be pretty okay.
Adopt Bob at patreon.com/gaming morning show. Bob is fun. Good morning to you, Gabe Pride. It's good to see you. All right. Anyone got any sports headlines?
Anything? All the sports headlines are out today.
I'm looking right now. Any sports headlines? Axe usually have something about soccer.
The Angels won yesterday, thanks to Shotani hitting a 2-run home run in the top of the ninth. That was pretty cool.
Did you happen to see that Albert Pujols is playing for the Dodgers?
Yeah, do you think when they called, he was like, oh, I don't have to move very far? Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. Liverpool United beat Carlisle Albion 2-0 in the third quarter.
What?
No, Snufkin. No. No. Oh, Snufkin. No. Tottenham beat Wolves 2-0. Liverpool over West Brom 2-1. Everton fell to Sheffield United. There's some EPL scores for you.
Nice.
Any others? Chat? I feel like Aura should be here. Doesn't Aura usually have some sort of sports-related news? Man United, Fulham, Southampton, Leeds United, Brighton, Man City, Chelsea, Leicester City, all playing tomorrow. There's your EPL scoreboard. All right, we'll take a break. 7:50. We'll come back with more Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv.
You're doing everything. Now I'm seeing everything different than I'd ever seen before. I'm just real and different than I've ever felt before. And yeah, the times that I've planned myself in a new place. But here I am, just doing everything that it takes. Now I see everything is changing so differently. And I just wanna be something better than me. Could ever imagine I would come of a young girl who was destined for nothing, just living on. Now I'm living in Scottsdale. Everything has changed. I've got more friends with me than I ever thought could be. Living in Scottsdale has done it for me. Everything better than Lake City ever did, you see. Living in Scottsdale is like a dream. A 13-year-old girl would close her eyes and see. Living in Scottsdale has changed the way I see myself, and you know it's everything.
Tonight, I wish that I had known I'd be sleeping alone, but you can't decide, and it is plain to see that your priorities just do not fit right. I can't reconcile this feeling. Whoa, whoa, 'cause I remember when you had certainty. There is empty space where your body wants me next to mine. Nothing to embrace but the loneliness of this cold night. wanting me, and nothing's in between. Cause it's more divine. I can't reconcile this feeling. Cause I remember when you had certainty. There is empty space where your body wants me next to mine. Nothing to embrace but the loneliness of this cold night. Oh, this fever comes and goes.
Gaming Morning Show. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. We are appreciative that you are with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show, wherever you may be. I was looking at pictures of scones and biscuits and things in the Discord, and then didn't put Sean back on full screen. But yeah, those scones look delicious. Those biscuits look delicious. And I think the bottom line is there's not really a bad way to go. Am I right? I mean, look at that.
You can replace me on screen with any of these biscuits and scones. I would totally get it.
Yeah, my wife recently made like lemon zest scones, and then she took them all to work.
We had a couple here. They were pretty top notch.
Okay, so my wife took them all to your house and work. I didn't have a single one.
Lies. I watched it happen.
There's no voice to defend itself in the background anymore, so yeah.
I think most people here watched it happen.
Did you just see Chad FM's joke? ID theft. I'm pretty impressed. Alien, that's not true. No, I didn't eat them all. I barely had one. It was rough. I feel badly for me.
She almost ripped that one out of your hand to take it to work, too.
That's right.
Half eaten and everything.
I almost licked the pan of icing that came back from work.
They were pretty good. She should make those again.
Yes.
But for us this time.
And the thing that's cool is like when she does the zesting of it, it makes the kitchen smell so good, right?
What's zesting look like?
You can't see this chat. That's what zesting looks like. That's the second time you've called me out on that. My wife is very good at making hand motions for everything. Apparently it's
you guys have been
off.
together a long time.
Yeah, apparently it's rubbing off. All right, chat, what do you want to do this hour? We're going to play some Rocket League. Mike's on vacation this morning, so it's just Sean and me for the week. Sean has 3 full shows this week, which is pretty exciting, though. So Thursday and Friday, we'll be here for the entire show. Theo will join us on Wednesday. Might have some surprises along the way as well. Also, if you missed Neil Jones' appearance on the show, that was our interview in the 7 o'clock hour. You can find out more about Neil by going to Ariel Knight on Twitter. So there you go.
Yeah. Go check that out. That was super cool.
Yeah.
I like talking to him.
So give me your take, runner versus like platformer, right? Like runner, what's the difference between those two?
Yeah, so from what I've seen of this game, it's like an auto runner. So it's 2D and you're running left to right and you're just going and you have to like avoid things and, you know, parkour over things and do tricks and all that kind of fun stuff. Versus like an endless runner, and this is what he was referring to, like an endless runner is that, but you're just going until you die and then you get like a high score. Whereas this has like cutscenes and storylines, so it's not endless in that you just keep going and going and going and you have a run and then you start over. You'll actually progress through like a story and have some cutscenes and points that you hit. It sounds super rad.
Yeah, and I really appreciate Neil's time for sure. Let me grab this link. I'm gonna put this in the chat directly because this is that podcast that I was talking about that Neil was on recently, to hear more in depth about Neil's story, because that's one thing that, you know, our show is more of an introductory to find more information, but was on the Lore Party Podcast Network and sat down and talked about the creator of the upcoming indie game Ariel Knights Never Yield to discuss how the game came to life and what it means to be a black video game developer. So I'm gonna post that into the chat. It was a really fun listen to hear Neil's story on all of the roadblocks that Neil's ran into to get to this point where the game's coming out Wednesday, y'all. So that link that I just threw in there, it's just a link, Tico link. Be sure to check that out. And that was again from Lore Party Podcast Network, so I want to give them credit as well. Neil said had a very nice conversation with Lore Party a few weeks ago. It was really fun to talk to you. Thanks for having me. So Wally's the main character of the video game, and I think that was the question that I was most excited to get answered, is how this game is a reflection of Neil, both as a developer and just in life in general. So that was a really fun answer that we got from Neil as well. So
Yeah, and he seems super excited about it, and I loved hearing the fact that like he went into this thinking like, all right, this is my last shot. If this gains traction, I'll keep going. If it doesn't, I'm all done. I'm gonna call it quits. And it seems like people have really gotten excited for this game, and there's some buzz around it. So
Yeah.
I hope it does well, and I'd love to see him, make some follow-ups.
Yeah, and we'll continue to support it for sure. We'll keep you updated on how things are going with it, and probably revisit Neil down the road. I even like either Neil or Daniel or both. It'd be fun to have like a guest host appearance if they're able to come on for like an hour or something down the road. But it was hard enough. Neil's been doing a lot of media, so the fact that he was so kind to us to reschedule when I had in real life work interfere with his first appearance, I was very appreciative of that. So, yeah. All right, Russia's gonna make a movie that is shot in space, according to Reuters. It's happening, chat. So apparently 4 people are going to serve as non-professional crew members and actors in what is planned to be the first movie to ever be shot in outer space. I'm going to screw this up. Russia's Roscosmos space agency said on Thursday. Maybe I'm wrong. Roscosmos.
Seems pretty good to me.
Soyuz MS-19 craft on October 5th to be delivered to the International Space Station. Some of them are scheduled to be launched on this spacecraft in October. It orbits Earth at an altitude of around 220 miles. At an altitude of around 220 miles, according to Roscosmos and NASA. So, among other things, they will have to take centrifuge tests, vibration stand tests, perform introductory and training flights on a zero-gravity plane, and undergo parachute training. The film has the working title of Challenge, and the 4 will begin training for a space flight by the end of this month.
Do you imagine being an extra in this movie?
That's light years ahead of its time. Dear G. Yeah, you can hit us with some soccer news.
Hello to the final hour crew.
We didn't have a very thorough sports segment, although honestly, the most of the sports that we talked about were soccer related. So, there's that. Would you go to space?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would. There's a lot of context that would need to be clarified, but in a situation where I was able to go to space and it was like a relatively safe thing, yeah, I'd go to space.
Challenge. The movie that challenged the whole staff.
Would I do it for a Russian movie? Probably not.
Maybe not. This is one of those movie trailers that can't start with "in a world" because
it's just outside a world.
In outer space, no one can hear you scream. DRG said, "Did you see that Liverpool's goalkeeper scored in the 94th minute to help them with a 2-1 victory over West Brom? Craziest thing I've seen in years." I did not, but I believe you, and that's important. So. Later this hour, we'll have the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, where we'll recap the headlines of the morning and let you know what happened there. We also had some cool This Day in Gaming History, which included JC Padilla scoring 2 quintillion points on Giga Wing 2. It was out for the Dreamcast. I want to know what Giga Wing 2 was. What game was that? It is the record for the highest score of any game. Ever. How long
seems
did
like
that
a record
take?
It seems like a record we could easily beat just by developing a game where you get a lot of points for doing nothing.
I know. Yeah, you could just have a game where the moment that you enter the arena, you start with 1,000,000 points.
And you get 2 quadrillion just for surviving half a second.
How many points do you get in Returnal for just starting the game?
0. That thing just beats the crap out of you every time. So Giga Wing 2 is a 2000s vertical scrolling shooter.
Vertical scrolling shooter. Is that like not asteroids, Galactica? But that's not scrolling, right? That's just you're sitting in the same spot shooting upward.
Right. I can't think of any of the games that do this. I can picture a bunch of them.
No, Pickle, it's not any easier. It's the bane of my existence, and I dislike it. I've missed 3 like wide open net goals today. And then of course you show up
Nice
and I do
breakaway.
that. So, whatever.
He's been doing that all day, Pickle. Don't let him lie to you.
My wife took all
Just
the
like that.
stones. If you had seen my first hour, you wouldn't say that, Pickle. Well, that was interesting.
I don't know what they were doing.
The first hour is just the warm-up. True.
It's true. It was also the first hour of the entire week.
All right, here we go. We got some golf news going back to sports. The PGA Championship is this weekend at the Ocean Course on Kiowa Island, I think is how you say that. I don't know that for sure. The course is as difficult as it is gorgeous and is one of the prettiest courses on the planet. Should be really fun to watch, especially if it gets windy. Thank you, K-Laugh. And I just want to give a quick shout out to all the streamers out there who are calling K-Laugh K-Laugh. So thank you for doing that.
I think we need to have Claw / K-Laugh on for an interview just to talk about where his name came from, because he also doesn't know how to pronounce it. And I'm pretty sure we renamed him Steve.
It's actually pronounced Kyle. K-Laugh has the biggest mystery of all names on the internet. Although there's rumors now that K-Laugh is Geordie. So...
Yeah. Oh. It's not the way I meant to hit it.
Oof. So we're going to have Minecraft tonight for GMS plays, and then there could be a chance. At the very tail end, I got the impression that Neil said it might be out at 9 p.m. Pacific. So there's a chance we'll have Aerial Knights Never Yield as GMS plays on Tuesday.
Fun. Yeah, I'll finish looking into that for sure. And give everyone a heads up tomorrow.
Yeah, I just absolutely enjoy every interview I've heard that Neil's done. So just the fact that Neil gave us any time today means a lot to me. So
yeah, I got some good feelings about this game. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. There's some buzz. Nice finish.
in local soccer
The
news,
ball cam.
and to debunk some rumors, K-Laugh and Jordy will be playing soccer together this week for the first time in over a year. In local soccer news. Pictures at 11. You know,
Ugh.
if I make noises, it helps. It's proven fact, y'all. Look at that.
Oh, you got it. You got it. You got it. See Pickle all day. He's been like this all day. It's the ball cam.
I can't believe I made that.
It was good.
Kyle, how does that debunk anything? If you and Jordy are the same person, then of course you'd be there together. Conspiracy continues. Oh, that would have been sweet. I missed it though. Oh.
Ooh. It's nice having a 3-goal buffer with a minute left.
Mm-hmm. A 4-goal buffer with 40 seconds left.
Keep it going. It was nice of them to center it for me.
Thank you, Fishy.
We did it.
I posed on my side wheel. It is 8:16 West Coast time, 11:16 out east, 4:16 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thanks for being here. Sean, I am Ryan. It is Monday, May 17th, 2021. We appreciate it. If you do exclamation point raffle, you can be entered into a drawing that we will give away here in about 30 minutes time. That'll be for the soundtrack to Aerial Nights Never Yield. Can't say enough about the soundtrack. It's so good. So just do exclamation point raffle and you could win. It's coming up. Gaming morning show. Man, the coffee. Got the burps this morning. Let's see. Louis Galoob Toys sought a court declaration that the Game Genie did not infringe on Nintendo's copyrights in 1990. That was just my effort to say the word Louis Galoob Toys. Never gets old. Never gets old.
Galoob.
We played a game with you on Saturday night. Is it one of those like How to Catch a Killer type games? Is that the company that makes them?
Hunt a Killer.
So what are the premise? Like, where did you find these in the first place?
Oh, they're all over the place. Now that I've said it, you guys will all get ads on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything else. So it's their main product is like a subscription based thing. So you subscribe and every month they send you a box, and then most of the bigger ones are like 5 or 6 boxes. So the theory is for that one is that like once a month you get together with some friends and spend an hour or two doing that box, and then the next month you'll get the next box and do it. And then they started doing these mini ones, which are like a one sitting type deal, and it's supposed to take between like 2 to 5 hours, and that's the one we did this weekend. Was one of those single sitting things.
Oh, they're tough to get in the UK. I could see that.
Should send the one we just played over to AJ.
We could, to be honest, because all the materials, like, you don't like well, you do like tape together certain things, and sometimes you have to destroy
Yeah.
a couple of things. But
Yeah, there was one thing in this one that were like recipe cards that we taped together, so he wouldn't have that as like he wouldn't have to puzzle those together.
yeah,
But everything else is intact. Everything else we took notes on other pieces of paper.
oh yeah, you don't have to be present to win for sure. So yeah, thank you for entering. Though we'll give that away probably in about 30 minutes, probably. Yeah, 8:50 a.m. Pacific time this morning. So yeah, stick around for that. It's coming up on Gaming Morning Show. How about this?
Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth.
We play that for community games. We did have some fun on Friday. We played the version of Google Feud that was more of like the multiple choice, and it wasn't awful. Wasn't a completely negative experience, and that was cool.
It wasn't bad at all.
All right, we gotta go here and do this.
Click the things. Beep boop. Pop boop. Click click.
Why can't everyone be on Pacific time? We ask these questions all the time.
True.
All right, this one is toys and games, chat. Start guessing your letters. Toys and games. We had our streak of balloons come to an end last time we played this one, so it was sad. Good morning to you, Chris M.U.
Morning to the final hour crew.
5.
We got 20 seconds left of. S from AJ. I'm gonna guess an R as soon as I can.
The big delay.
U. Okay, I guess an R. I want to say like surfers, but we had an F and that didn't hit.
Yeah.
T from Gabe Pride. E from AJ. Oh, okay. I got it. You're going to get it as soon as you catch up.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
C. There we go.
C.
It was Settlers of Catan. That's correct. We just need
That's
an N
Catan.
and an L. K-Laugh had that right. AJ had that right as well. Settlers of Catan. We banked 4 balloons and we move on to books and movies. Books and movies. If you've never been here before, good morning, Seth. Appreciate you being here. We have to wait a minute before the host can guess. That's true. We haven't played Catan in forever, Sean.
Yeah, we've been busy.
We still need to finish the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we so when we were going to start season 2, that was the only other one out, and now they have season 0 out. So now we're way behind.
Yeah. Oh, Catcher in the Rye. Let's see if that one's right. Uh-oh. K-Laugh is cracked. Nice work.
Steve.
4 more balloons banked. Gamer Fishstick is here this morning. Good morning, Gamer. Thank you for the follow as well, Seth. Appreciate you doing that on Twitch. A from Alien. Alien's on the A. I love it so much. If you've never been here before, we are a morning radio show that plays games. Yeah, we just have community games right now. First time actually getting on the stream. I know, Gamer, it's been a while since I've seen you around, period, but I'm happy that you spent time to hang out with us this morning. Yeah, time zones are always tough. N from AJ. That is Sean in the middle of your screen. I am Ryan. R from Gabe Pride. S from Chat FM. This is occupations.
This delay doesn't seem to be as bad. Finally found one.
Which one are you on?
YouTube on my phone.
All right. Well, you can guess if you would like. I guess I would usually guess R, but that's already been picked.
How about an O?
So operator is what Kalaf picked, and that is correct on the back end side. Suf, so yeah, this is your first time here as well. So we're playing community games, which we do every single show in the 8 o'clock hour, unless we're playing 5 Questions GMS, which is a game that we play with different creators. You can find that on a playlist on our YouTube page, youtube.com/gaming morning show. Earlier today, Neil Jones was our guest. We do interviews in the 7 o'clock hour. He's creator of Aerial Knights Never Yield. May 19th at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Steam. So we're not going to be able to play it tomorrow night. So
Bummer.
But we could play it on, say, like Monday or Tuesday next week.
Yeah, or we'll throw in a special one in the middle of the week.
Stuff gets B, that hit. Is it Scuba? No. Oh, is it Subway Operator? Yeah, Subway Operator. I am cracked. Who guessed gave Subaru Operator? I love that even more. I wish it was Subaru Operator. Sean's a Subaru Operator.
True. I operate a Subaru. Not every day. I don't drive it every day.
Nice. These are American words. Tisk tisk. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we got R from chat, A from Alien, S from Suf. The record we've ever had was 94. We play this probably for a couple more minutes here. We had 94, and then we get to one vowel words, and it just destroys all of our B. Ooh, Age is going to try
with the Komodo dragon.
Yeah, I was going to say big swing, and I think he's right. Oh my gosh, look at you. AJ. Why are they screaming? Are they terrified?
They're hooting and hollering.
Oh, that was huge. AJ is cracked. Gamer, we are not. I think you have to be affiliated to use channel points. So we aren't Twitch affiliates. That's part of the reason that we don't have things like channel points. We are talking about making an in-stream currency known as pancakes, even though Neil agreed with Kate Zaid and many of you in chat that a crepe is a pancake. A crepe is not a pancake, definitively. But you take all the channel points and you put them on a pancake. We are live Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. So there's some more details.
GMS plays 2 nights a week, Monday night and Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is more of a typical like Let's Play where we just play some games and hang out.
Zev, you come in here swinging with things like crepe is a pancake, huh? That's how things are gonna be. Okay, all right. Got a P from Pickle, T from Chat. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. N from AJ. Lady K says, I agree, a crepe is a crepe and a pancake is a pancake. That is probably the most reasonable thing I've heard this morning. Uh-oh, I can't translate. Yeah, Zev was just out of this world yesterday. Oh, you live in Australia, Seth. Yeah, we love having folks from all over the world, join us. We have a lot of viewers who watch us from the UK. We have one viewer who joins us periodically from India. Ruggs was here earlier from Romania. Gay Pride goes D. And then Kalaf goes Ocean's 11.
Ooh.
Look at you. K-Laugh is cracked. All right, let's do one more. Long word, few letters. This is the kind of thing that destroys our games.
Yeah, it does.
Zev was the first person to eliminate me yesterday during the duos tournament. I told Tracer you were bad to try and give her confidence just to let you know I really didn't mean it. Oh. I like your guess, gamer, going with Mississippi.
Destiny.
I think Zev was shooting through walls. I was in plenty of cover. The accusations.
X.
Lady K says because the French like them thin and floppy. Sorry, that made me laugh. But a pancake is a cake made in a pan. Therefore, if it does not have a thick texture that is light and fluffy, it is not a pancake. Since facts are things that are truth and not opinions.
Lady K, fact of the day.
Oops.
Day. A crepe is not a pancake.
I have no guesses, Sean.
This word is terrible.
K-Laugh, AJ, we need you to save us. Please. N. They both said N nearly at the same time.
It's gotta be there then.
Zev. No. 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 Yes. Pancakes are pancakes. I think K-Laugh has it.
No.
I just have to make sure I don't misclick.
Yep.
You are cracked. All right, we finished with 21 balloons today. Oof. Thank you so much for participating. K-Laugh, your prize is in the mail. AJ, you get one too.
They liked that one.
Proud of you.
We did it. That was a close one. I didn't think we were going to make it through that last word.
I'm proud of us, to be honest.
You're the best.
I'm pretty happy that you haven't switched the desk yet. You still have the light behind you.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I like even.
You can see the nature back there.
Yeah. There, look at that.
Oh, get a little sun flare. Some high quality stuff there. Well, Suff, thank you so much for the follow today on Twitch. W2Mnet also gave us a follow, as did Ariel Knight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. It is Monday, May 17th, 2021. It is Bob Saget's birthday, Craig Ferguson's birthday, Sugar Ray Leonard's birthday, Jordan Knight, Candy Burris, Rochelle Aites, Tony Parker, Nikki Reed, among others. We do birthdays every show at 6:50 a.m. Pacific time. So if you ever have a birthday you want to celebrate with us, please let us know in the chat. If you would like to win Ariel Knight's Never Yield soundtrack, which is available pre-order right now on Bandcamp, you can do !Raffle, and we will give that away coming up in about 18 minutes from now.
Nice. So. In our Discord, Austin, who I'm assuming is at work and not in chat, but in our Discord, she sees the pictures of a British scone and then my biscuits and then my scones, and she just goes, "Oh God, here we go again."
Yeah, if you've been a viewer of the show for a while, you know that this is not a brand new argument. So, but we got back on this because today is World Baking Day, so we're asking you, are you any good at baking? Neil answered this question during the interview. Was pretty good at cooking and baking. Sounded like. Likes doing the baking or the cooking more, it sounded like. But yeah, that's pretty much why this whole thing started again, was we were trying to figure out if you can make pancakes, are you a good baker? I really thought that was going in. I felt really good about that one. Instead of I just deflected to the far side of the arena. Gabe says, I feel like I'm good at baking. What's your favorite thing to bake?
Oh, wait a minute. organized.
Because I used to be better at, like, I could bake cookies back in the day. I just don't enjoy it, so I don't do it as much anymore. Ooh, key lime pie.
Safe.
I didn't get it out all the way, though.
I at least got him out of the way.
Nice. Brownies. That's what we were talking about. We had brownies this weekend. I'm gonna probably have a brownie for breakfast here shortly. Oh, nice try. Really, well, you know, Sean did say that baking mostly occurs in the oven. Do you put your pancakes in the oven?
Yeah, I don't count pancakes or crepes as baking. But...
Yeah, I think stuff has the whole point, right? Are you really baking pancakes or are you cooking them? Oh my gosh, I thought I missed out. See, that's a good point too, Alien. So if I put pizza in the oven, is it baking a pizza? Oh, Zeb's going hard at you.
So I would answer the pizza thing because I think you bake a pizza, but stick with me. I don't think making pizza you would say I'm a baker or I'm baking, even though technically the process of putting it in the oven is baking it, if that makes sense. Because I think if you were like, oh, I'm really good at baking, no one's gonna be like, all right, make me a pizza. Like, not like that. Not
Right,
like
that should be
cakes and
high on
stuff.
dropping in.
Ugh, a little too far.
A little too rough.
Coming back though. Ah, there was a cluster. Ugh.
You know, goals would be better if there wasn't a crossbar. No, we're not playing with viewers. This is basically like if you've ever watched a morning radio or listened to a morning radio show back in the day, one that was like music focused. This is our music. Right now we're playing a little Taylor Swift, if you will. Peter Frampton Comes Alive. Oh gosh.
Oh, I couldn't quite figure it out.
So the gameplay really doesn't matter. See, that's where I wonder. Like baking almost always seems to be associated with sweets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think baking is frequent, other than like bread, because you also bake bread, and that's not always sweet.
But didn't you say there's a lot of sugar in bread in a lot of ways? Like, isn't that yeast and sugar combined or something like that?
Yeah, there's sugar in it, but I still wouldn't call it a sweet.
Correct. I just wonder if it's about the amount of sugar that's in something that makes it baking. Before ball cam, I think the one thing that I did way better was I was always able to go back and get one of the boost beads. How are things in Australia this morning? Or evening? Isn't it like 17 hours from Pacific time? Should have my Sydney clock pulled up. I could be centered. Nope. There you go. I can make a run. Oh.
Ugh.
I just hit the jump button and said, all right, here we go. Gamerfish6 says, cooking is a general term that refers to any method of preparing food by using heat. Baking, on the other hand, is cooking food by applying dry heat, usually in an oven. In short, baking is one type of cooking. Tell you what, we didn't score a goal there, but our synchronized barrel rolls were pretty epic.
On point. Oh, man.
So 1:40 a.m., correct? Because I know it's Tuesday already in Australia. So it'd have to be 1:40 a.m., right? Oh, whoops! I had switched off ball. Can't. Oh, look at that! Did you see
You
that?
are destroyed. Get off me.
I know, but we are just in sync. We're the same. We are one unified front, one body. That was awesome. I clipped it. All right, whatever. It's 8:40 West Coast time, 11:40 out on the East, 4:40 in the UK. All right, I'm gonna just add Sydney really quick to my list here. SY. Yeah, 1:40 a.m. Move that one right there. And it is 1:41 in the morning in Australia.
So when I do GMS plays at 8:30 p.m. our time, it'll be 1:30 p.m. there. It's like perfect, like afternoon viewing.
Afternoon snack is what he's going to call it. All right, get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. If you've never been here before, what we do at the end of the show is we give you a clip of the day. We give you takeaways that are pretty okay. And that's things that you learned from the show. So you can share with us things that you learned from today's show. We had a story earlier. WandaVision was awesome at the MTV Movie and TV Awards. I still love the fact that they had to find a way to add TV into the name of the MTV Movie Awards because TV's become so good now that they have to have that in there. It's also National Pack Rat Day, National Cherry Cobbler Day, and National Graduation Tassel Day, among many other days. Shout out Load Last Checkpoint because it is National Idaho Day. Also International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia as well. Pinot Grigio Day, World Telecommunications. There's a whole bunch. What's hypertension, by the way? It's World Hypertension Day.
High blood pressure.
And does that have any, like, physical symptoms? Asking for a friend.
Not always. It can when it gets, like, really bad. But it's that's part of what makes it so dangerous is you could feel perfectly fine. And then go to your doctor and find out like you have actually dangerously high blood pressure, and that's putting a lot of stress on your heart and your blood vessels and whatnot. So and that's part of why when we were kids, you started to see the things in like grocery stores where you could go check your own blood pressure, and that's part of why that kind of stuff started to come about, because it's good to have your blood pressure checked occasionally on the regular just to catch stuff like that might be getting worse and you have no idea because you feel totally fine.
Good information, though. Nintendo Nerds already today I learned about hypertension. We did it! We shared some things. Oh, no. Yeah, you're going to get ads for that. And what was the other thing that you said that they're going to start getting ads for?
Hunter Killer.
Oh, yes. I think I did that just by being in the presence of Hunter Killer, so.
Yep, it knows.
It knows. So stick around for that. We have it coming up. After the show, if you're on Twitch, we will send you over to watch somebody else play games today as well.
Like it.
All right. So yeah, WandaVision big winner. Elizabeth Olsen, who is apparently related to the Olsen twins, allegedly, was named the best performance in a TV show winner. Also took home Best Fight, along with Catherine Hahn for WandaVision.
It was pretty excellent.
We primarily don't play a lot of games. In the show, the Gaming Morning Show stuff, we play Rocket League. But tonight on GMS Plays, which starts at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time, Sean is going to play Minecraft. How many Minecraft realms do we have now?
3.
And those are available to find in our Discord, which
Yeah,
just
head
linked
into
to
our
the chat.
Discord.
I'm just looking for the clip of the day. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That's kind of what I'm searching for right now. Oh yeah, that was it. Now I found it. Oh, Pickle wants Returnal.
Returnal. It's just it takes so much of my brain. so much of my brain. So I thought we would do Minecraft Mondays and do some Minecraft tonight. But we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. I don't typically work on a Monday and I have to work today. So if my brain is shot, we'll do some Minecraft. If I'm all pumped up from working, maybe we'll segue. Yeah, see, Minecraft Mondays is cute. That's what I'm going for.
I think.
And I have this plan for like a bunch of stuff I want to do, and I've played one once. I haven't gotten back to it.
I think you're smiling because you're just sitting here waiting for me to go. It's just another Minecraft Monday. We don't play it on Sunday. We just play Minecraft on Monday. I had a feeling you were waiting for that.
Knew it.
Take the Minecraft, you put it on a pancake. Here is your Gaming Morning Show weather update. The forecast today is expecting for temperatures to reach the upper 60s, low tonight around 41. Expecting precipitation for the rest of the week, so your midweek could be wet. But enjoy Friday, as it looks like it could be as warm as 69 degrees. Now back to Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for tuning in for today's weather forecast. I really should have had a weather sounder ready to go.
What would the weather sounder be? Can you sing it for me?
It's usually very chimey. It's usually like dun 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 dun. No, it's more news. Maybe more of like a residual, like a something like that. Weather's usually chime, and then sports is always like dun 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 dun, something like that. Very very poundy.
Weather update jingle.
It's just another Minecraft Monday. Yeah. Can you hear it in your ears?
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Here.
Can you route?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Nope.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Louder. Oh, you're getting noise gated.
Boo.
Boo.
Next time.
Yeah. Oh, so sorry. Sorry, Seth. I exceeded your expectations. My apologies. I didn't mean to give you more than you bargained for.
The roof is done, I think. Didn't I finish the roof? Yeah, I think I finished the roof.
Is this Minecraft?
Yeah. I finished the roof last time. And I think that's where we stopped. I think I have the very beginnings of a sweet berry farm, and I think I have lured 2 cows into a pen. I think that was the end of it. So we need to build a cow crusher and start mining. Are you still there? Oh, you were being a cow and got noise gated.
All right, let's get the.
It all makes sense.
Let's get the headlines of the day. Video game related. We do this every single show in the 6 o'clock hour. Your gaming morning show, morning gaming news. We call this Gaming Morning Show, morning gaming re-news. Once again, here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Morning, it is still Monday, May 17th, 2021, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, morning gaming re-news. Sony filed a patent back in 2019, which has been published this month, for a betting service that you could use to bet on esports competitions using real money, Bitcoin, or even in-game currency or in-game items. So whether or not this actually leads to anything, yet to be determined. But if you're a betting person, and like watching esports, maybe this will allow you to bet on things, I guess. So everyone else in the world is like, let's keep gambling and games away from each other. And Sony's like, not us. Hold your horses and bet on them. Returnal is a game that I've been playing, and the runs are quite long, and many people have been asking for some sort of save feature to be added to the game. Housemarque is aware of this and are currently working on something. There have been numerous stories about this. This one's from Marcus Stewart of Game Informer. In the past, Housemarque has come out and said, like, hey, we're trying to add a save feature and the systems won't let us. The game is like, no, that's not how I work. So they're working on trying to get some workaround. So yet to be determined what exactly that save feature will look like, but they are working on something. So if you've been hesitant to play Returnal just because the runs can last for hours and hours and hours and there's no way to stop in the middle and come back to it, hopefully they will offer a solution for you and for me. That will make it better. And then our last story of the day, since it is Minecraft Monday, and Gabe asked Cow Crusher, this is your Minecraft Monday Minecraft lesson of the day. A Cow Crusher. In Minecraft, there is a limit to how many mobs or how many entities can be in one space, and I believe that limit is 25. So a cow crusher, you build a contraption where you trap, you can start with start two cows in one space, and they're stuck in this little cube, and then you breed them so they make more cows, and you keep breeding the cows that you've bred, and eventually you start breeding so many cows that when a baby comes out, an adult dies, and you get their meat and leather.
Wow.
It's a cow crusher, and it's brutal. But that's the in early game, that's the like most efficient food farm, so you can get a bunch of meat and leather for books and learning.
Did you do out today?
I sure did.
So it was a comprehensive list.
Nothing out today. A cowpactor. Oh, I like that name too.
Yeah, the Cow Crusher could be a winner. We did give Aerial Knights Never Yield honorary out today name of the morning because we didn't have anything on our list, and Neil was pretty enthused by that. So it's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is. The clip of the day at RP. No, I didn't know Sting was in GTA RP, so but I mean, with every step that you take, every move that you make, they'll be watching you. You're welcome. Why are you shaking? Ow! Why are you shaking your head at me? That was hilarious, damn it. Good morning, Axe.
I'm gonna go look at this scone.
Alright. We got a first-hand reference.
That's
right
a biscuit.
Now. See, and that's the thing. Like this, can you retort with a picture of an actual scone? And this went to our Discord. So if you want to see how that whole thing wound up, the clip of the day I should have had, which was my wife talking behind the curtain. Apparently,
yeah,
allegedly.
I want to go back and watch that.
Yeah, I didn't clip it in time, but I said that all the scones went to work, and apparently they had. So, all right.
I like the music change with me shaking my head was like on point. It was like you did that on purpose. It got all like somber.
Also, my little TV tray falling and smacking me in the leg hurt real bad. All right, we have our takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. What did you learn from today's show? And while we get ready for that, let's spin the wheel. 33 names are on the wheel of names today, and one of you will win Aerial Knights Never Yield soundtrack. As Nintendo astutely pointed out, the demo of Never Yield is out. I mean, it's been out, but it's also out today. And that is true. If you want to play the demo of the game that Neil Jones built, you can do so right now. I'm going to shuffle these names. The winner of Aerial Knight's Never Yield soundtrack, which right now is in pre-order, so we're going to send you a gift code that you can get it as soon as it is available, is Sushi Love Chan. Sushi, a big winner on today's edition of Gaming Morning Show. I think that's the second thing that Sushi's won, so there you go. Nice. Congratulations to Sushi, winner of Aerial Knight's Never Yield. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you get double entries, and what that means is if you're not here to enter the raffle yourself, you can still get an entry. I think that's how Sushi won this morning, although Sushi did make an appearance in the 7 o'clock hour, so I could be wrong.
Indeed.
All right.
You know, the saddest part is that I know too much about Aerial Knight's Never Yield. It's not going to be able to win Name of the Morning.
Yeah, our Name of the Mornings are complete just shots into the dark. We just pick a name based on the name only, but we'll definitely feature Never Yield onto like GMS plays, so that'll be fun. Sean. What did you learn today? What's your takeaway that was pretty okay?
My takeaway that was pretty okay is I was already excited to check out Never Yield, but after talking to I'm totally blanking on his name.
Neil.
All I can think of is Aerial Knight himself. I'm super excited to play that game. It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm just excited to listen to the soundtrack. When Fulfillment sends out Sushi's prize, which will roughly be July, I'm also going to buy the soundtrack so I can just listen to it over and over and over again. All right, so those are the takeaways that were pretty okay. Chat, you learned today that Nintendo said that crepes are still pancakes. That is false, but that's okay. I'm happy that you learned something.
A crepe is not a pancake.
Chat learned crepes aren't pancakes. And Zev learned, I learned that you bake pizzas because they are technically pies. Well, how I feel about that one. Gamer Fishstick, though, did give us a very good rundown of what exactly the difference between baking and not baking is. So, there's that. Alright, I'm just trying to see to where we should send you. I learned that if you're going to tell your side of the story about what happened with the scones, make sure that your wife is not directly behind you.
The one time she's in the room.
I know. Blew all of my cover. It was very sad. I'm looking.
Do you think Ryan's gonna make another appearance tonight on GMS Plays?
Find out.
On the
next
or maybe I
edition.
have other guests planned. We'll see.
What a trick. All right. All right, let's go say hi to Perfect Lioness. We'll do that.
Nice.
This is Perfect Lioness's logo sticker that I have. I need to get it on my little console here. Please say good morning from GMS. Good morning to you, Kage Boy. Thank you for joining us. You can join us on the raid over to Perfect Lioness and say hi, or more specifically, good morning from GMS. All right, let's do that now. Perfect Lioness is just chatting. If you missed our interview with Neil Jones, we will have that posted on our YouTube page later today, and you can find us also on Twitter. Sean is at sports.gaming. I am at Hefty Goof, and we together are collectively at WatchGMS. For everyone who hung out with us, Gabe Pride, Nintendo Nerds, K-Laugh, Chat FM, Gamer Fishstick, Suff, thank you for joining us and following us on Twitch. Same with W2Mnet and Aerial Knight. And thank you again for the host from Alb Axe. I am Ryan. That is Sean. We'll see you on Tuesday for more Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.